This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
Time now for the seasonal daily broadcast of the WPSL Christmas Kids. We now take you live out Orange Avenue, just a little ways out there. It's time to head for St. Lucie Battery Tire, where the WPSL Christmas Kids are on the air.
We certainly are, and it is day 11 of the Christmas Kids Show Tour, and as you mentioned, Cliff, we are at St. Lucie Battery and Tire. For over 45 years, they've provided their customers with the very best in car and truck care, and their philosophy has always remained the same: provide honest and reliable service to everyone that walks through the door, and that's what they do, and we're going to talk more about that. But Carl, we've got the band is here, or should I say the orchestra is here.
And once again, we have what would be a tire and automotive store transformed into a concert hall.
And we've got the Morningside Academy Gold Orchestra, fifth graders, and they're going to supply us and provide us with some Christmas cheer. That's that classic, the Skater's Waltz. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Very nicely done. And we're going to hear more from the Morningside Gold Orchestra, fifth graders.
Fifth graders, yes. And I'm enjoying all the concentration, intense
and you know, Morningside Academy, they always travel with an entourage.
Parents, yes, that's very important. Parents and their cameras, and yes, very important. But we are glad to be back here at St. Lucie Battery and Tire. It has been, I think, every year that we have done the Christmas Kids program. We have talked with the Millers, and certainly thank you for supporting the Christmas Kids all these years. We have Doug Miller here.
Good morning.
Thank you.
How are you today?
We're doing fine. How are you?
Oh, great. Oh, this brings some Christmas cheer into our shop, and it's become a tradition around here, so we enjoy it.
Well, I like all the customers who, came in to get a tire changed, and wow, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, it makes it seem a little busier than it really is, but it's nice, and it's kind of rings in the holiday season for us, and our staff here has come to expect it, and that it's kind of brightens up the month,
Mm-hmm. Now you have 13 locations now?
We're actually up to 16
now. 16. Wow. I'm behind. That was last year. 16. Yeah, okay.
That was probably 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So people can find you basically anywhere.
Yes, we're going from Sebastian out to Okeechobee and all the way south to Palm Beach.
Palm Beach. Aha. Okay. All right. Well.
So, and if anyone doesn't know, we're not just batteries and tires for cars. Boats, trailers, any kind of equipment. We do pretty much everything, as you can see from the floor space around here.
Well, yes, certainly. And you also received some recognition for all that you do that is more than the store related, but you received the Spirit of Philanthropy Award from the Association of Fundraising Professionals of the Treasure Coast. And tell us about that.
Well, it was an honor for the family. After 50 years of giving back, it was nice to get that recognition.
Specifically, you were recognized for your work with Habitat for Humanity of St. Lucie County and the Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County.
Yes, Boys and Girls Club, we are a corporate sponsor for them, and they do some great things in the community. Their facilities are outstanding. The people truly care about what they do, and the same goes for Habitat in St. Lucie County. They just unbelievable, how hard they work to get lower income families in a nice home. And we're actually working on raffling off a tiny house that we bought from them at auction.
Now, tiny house is a real house for people who haven't seen those.
I've seen the TV show.
Yeah, I mean, it's tiny. It's kind of like a camper, but it's actually 2 bedrooms, although they're lofts. It's certainly a livable environment. But anyway, IRSC was in cooperation with Habitat to build this thing. They plan to auction it off, and so we bought it, and we are currently raffling it off at $20 per ticket with a goal of raising $100,000 for Habitat. And we're about 60% there. So
now the drawing is coming up, right? People still have time.
The drawing's coming up on the 7th, and Mayor Oravec from Port St. Lucie is going to be pulling the ticket. So the tickets are available on the Habitat website as well as at any of our stores.
Gentleman just next to you just pulled some tickets out, so you can get them here.
In the Christmas spirit, come out and help us raise that $100,000 for Habitat.
That is great. So, okay, any St. Lucie Battery location?
Yes.
Okay. Well, great. And certainly congratulations on the award, the Spirit of Philanthropy, and certainly the Christmas Kids would add their story to that, to the contributions.
Yes. Every year we like to give a little something to the Christmas kids and make sure that our local kids can get a little Christmas cheer.
Well, certainly, thank you.
I have a donation for you today.
Every year it's been very important. Where we've had checks that help us buy toys. There were years when we had basketballs and baseballs and from the store, and certainly thank you for all that you've done over the years
you're very welcome.
For the Christmas Kids.
We're glad to be part of it.
An important part of it still. and another important part of the Christmas Kids, our treasurer is Pat Dunn right here, and actually this goes right into the guardian of the Christmas Kids money. Right? So,
Merry Christmas.
Certainly, thank you. Well, we have been out shopping. We were just telling Pat we have 90 of the earbuds coming our way for the older kids. We have to figure out what we do for the 10, 11, 12-year-olds, and we have
it's
to
a
kind of get into
hard group to buy for.
Yeah, but we have to use our imagination. So we just ordered on Cyber Monday, so they should be here for Christmas gifts. But certainly, thank you for helping make that possible.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you guys for coming out.
Well, thank you. We'll hear more from Joy Miller, and I saw Mickey around here. We want to hear also from Morningside.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Day 11 Christmas Kids Tour. And let's hear more of the Gold Orchestra from Morningside Academy and some more Christmas cheer. Morningside Academy Gold Orchestra, fifth graders, and under the direction of Benjamin Enhart. Would you come on, step up to the microphone, because I know Morningside Church, you guys, every year you do a wonderful Christmas concerts and Christmas programs. Give us a rundown. What's going on now?
Well, right now, on December 14th, we're going to have a concert with the middle school and the high school orchestras and choirs, and they're preparing right now and getting everything all ready.
And it's happening at Morningside Academy.
Yes, right at Morningside Church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And everyone plays.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
And you gear up for that now. And I know I haven't seen it yet, but your stage there every year is just fabulous. Has that been done yet?
I believe it's going to get there.
Yeah, I mean, every year
Yeah.
it's wonderful. I haven't been in a while, so I'm
They did a
looking
really
forward
good
to
job.
seeing that too. Alrighty. A lot of work goes into preparing fifth graders to actually play violins and cellos. How challenging is it?
Well, we start playing it when they're 5 years old, and bringing them up and so they can play the open strings and things like that, and then we start teaching them how to read the music and getting them going with the Suzuki method and we do
The Suzuki method.
yes, yeah. It's there's a man by the name of Shinichi Suzuki who started kids when they're really, really young. He said, well, if they can learn the mother tongue when they're so young, they can definitely learn other things too.
Sure.
And that's one of the things that they can learn complicated things very, very young.
Now, Greg just handed me a note, and it had Disney with a question mark.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That.
That.
The high school choir recently was able to take part in Disney Candlelight, and they did a really phenomenal job. I got to see them on Black Friday. They went up and they were with the big orchestra and the big choir.
Now that's
300
something
voices.
to certainly brag about, because everyone doesn't get to do that. I mean, Disney is very picky who they let sing or play
That's true.
with their orchestra.
They did have to go through an audition
Yeah.
process, and they made it. Yeah, it's a neat thing, and I'm so happy for my sister Jana is the conductor of that choir, and she worked really hard from the very beginning to get them ready for that. So
Well, congratulations on that. That's quite an accomplishment for sure.
Yeah,
And a goal for, let's see, all the other music students here.
yeah, indeed.
And we'll be back with you in a moment. But let's talk a little bit more with our hosts here. And Joey Miller, the original host with the Christmas Kids and St. Lucie Battery and Tire. And certainly thank you for the very generous gift of $1,000. You know, that goes a long way, buys a lot of toys. And a lot of the things that the Christmas Kids do, outside of toys. We also try to be ready to meet some of the unmet needs. Community Services is telling us this year that, there are some other needs that they need some help with, particularly shoes for children going back to school, even something as simple as haircuts. I mean, just things that help a child go back to school with confidence, and maybe even during the year, they turn up with needs of that we can help with. So we hope to expand a little bit of what the Christmas Kids are doing, and certainly thank you for your help.
Well, it's always our pleasure to help you. And that's one thing that I always really, really appreciate of the WPSL Christmas Kids program. All the volunteers are free. There's not one penny of the donated money goes to salaries or bonuses or freebies for the workers. Every penny goes to the good of the community and the children that they support. And that's why, I don't know how long it's been, 25 or 30 years that we've been part of the WPSL Christmas Kids. And I remember my old friend, Pauline Clutter, as she was here today, and she was a firm believer in the swimming program for the betterment of teaching the kids how to swim at a very young age and hopefully save some child's life.
And there's another lady. We continue to do the swimming program and send at least 100, this year 125 children through the county's swimming and water safety lessons. And there's another lady, an unpaid volunteer, who does a golf tournament, Annie Crumbo, to keep that going.
Yeah.
And we always remember Pauline.
Yes, always. No, and that's a great part of this organization. And y'all are the kingpins of this operation that makes it work. And you're the glue in the program, and that's what makes it so exciting. And it's real easy to give when you know it's going to the people that really need it, and that's what's very important. And as long as I've been in business, I've been tried to be part of the community one way or the other. I've always invested in the 4-H and FFA and programs and many other programs as they come along, and that's what we're here for. I always believe that if you're part of a community, you need to give back, and Doug is carrying on to the next step, and joined with Habitat and Boys and Girls Club, and we're going to continue that program. So our investment is in the community for everything we do.
That's great to know, and thank you. And thank you for
Yes, ma'am.
including the Christmas kids. Thank you.
And Kara, I wanted to mention, because now isn't it this weekend that you guys have the big big Sugar Plum Run?
We do, yes. And that is another group of unpaid volunteers, but I refer to them as the crazy runners, but they are very intense running enthusiasts, and it's our second year. We're doing a 5K, 10K, or they are, 5K, 10K, and this year added a half marathon. So they already, as of yesterday, they had 485 runners. I'm not sure what came in overnight, but if you want to join us in tradition on Friday evening, it's a nighttime run. You register online, thesugarplumrun.com. You need the in there, thesugarplumrun.com, and take care of the registration and see us on Friday. And it's a course all the way around tradition that has been worked out. This has taken a lot of logistics, and we've just been watching this. But they've worked with the police department and Explorer Scouts, and got it.
And
all
how many runners so far?
485 as of yesterday.
We're limited to 40,000.
We're limited to 40,000.
That's like the Chicago Marathon.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's the other interesting part about it. If you are a serious runner, they give you a chip, a little electronic chip that goes on your race bib and your number. And so when you start, you register, and then when you finish, you register, and you get an official time.
See, now, and Greg mentioned the only reason he's not running, he doesn't run in half marathons. He runs in whole marathons.
Certainly.
So he's waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Run from the law, too. Seriously, on that whole issue, I've been really watching the Channel 5 weather reports, and it's going to warm up on Friday.
Okay.
So the nighttime temperature will be a perfect 68.
Well, and that's perfect. I mean, you're running.
Yeah, and no rain. Yep.
All right.
Should be nice.
Looking forward to it.
Good. Okay. and with what they were able to make last year and give to the Christmas kids, we were able to expand the swimming. So we added another camper group that went through the water safety classes. So whole community effort to expand.
Sugar Plum Run and beautiful tradition.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
All right.
Sugar Plum Run.
See that 5 times fast.
Okay.
And we are at St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Day 11, the Christmas Kids Show Tour continues. Some more beautiful music from the students, the Gold Orchestra, 5th graders at Morningside Academy. Carol of the Bells. Very nice. The Gold
Beautiful.
Orchestra. 5th graders, guys, from Morningside Academy. Thanks a lot. You know, I was looking around the room while they were playing, and I'm looking at these old-fashioned gas pumps, Sunoco and Sinclair. How old? What, is that from the 50s or the 60s? Or?
Oh, gosh, those are my dad's collections. They've been here for a long time on display. We actually had some for sale, but he decided he wanted to keep them.
So now, was that the 60s when pumps looked like that?
Probably before my time.
Well,
Maybe 50s.
I'm wondering how much gas was a gallon back there when those pumps looked like
Well,
that.
you may have to talk to my dad about that.
Yeah, let's see.
Wow.
When we were in high school, 3 or 4 of us would get together and we'd each tip in a quarter, and we go buy 5 gallons of gas for $1.
Wow.
That was the good old days.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Well, welcome, Mickey Miller,
Yes,
to the program. Now you've seen a lot of this growth. You've been
Oh,
part
yes,
of
ma'am.
this. Whoa, from original store up to 16 locations
Yes, ma'am.
now.
Yeah, just from one single location all the way to 16. It's been a ride, for sure.
Well, and there's a lot of serious business that goes into expansion like that, expanding a company.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of effort from everyone. Great employees.
Oh, sorry, Greg.
It's just it's rough, but it's worth it. You look back and say, look what we have now. You know, look what we started. Look what my father started, and look what we have now.
Yeah.
So
200 roughly employees now.
not quite, but we're
Close?
getting there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, and certainly other goals. What do you see happening?
Gosh, it is.
Sky's the limit.
Yep,
Okay.
sky
All
is
right.
the limit. So we're just going to keep moving forward and keep expanding as we can, and make sure we take care of our customers because they take care of us, and see where it goes.
That's good, and certainly thank you for being involved in the Christmas Kids. And
Oh, yes, ma'am.
congratulations on being part of the Spirit of Philanthropy Award.
Yes, ma'am. It was exciting, especially for my dad, because this is something that he just he believes in giving back to the community, and my brother and I do as well, and we learned a lot from it. And I think that helps our expansion as well. Giving back to the community, I think, in return, helps our success.
And we certainly know that St. Lucie Battery and Tire and Joey Miller have been part of the Christmas Kids from the beginning of when we became involved. with it.
Absolutely. I think it's one of his favorite things, and we've grown as a family that, it's just an awesome, awesome deal. And we really appreciate you being here. We enjoy it. We look forward to it.
Even though we kind of disrupt your story just a bit, we bring in a little orchestra. And,
Yes. Yes. No, it's great. I think it's awesome.
well, we do too. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And you mentioned 16 locations earlier today. I mean, with 16 locations, folks need to know that there's more to it than just batteries and tires here. I mean, firstly, they're professionally staffed, knowledgeable, experienced managers. They take pride in providing industry-leading customer service and a full service and convenient a place of business. I mean, talk brakes, tires and batteries, wheel alignments, engine tune-ups, AC service, the lube and the oil change, the shocks and the general repairs, diagnostics, maintenance, roadside service. This is way more than just come in and get your tires changed. Okay.
But and I like the rocking chairs on the front porch.
Oh,
that is
yeah.
a wonderful touch. I mean, that's very nice. You can sit out there and wait. Where else do you find that? We sometimes don't tell the story of the Christmas Kids, that often. We should just let people know if you haven't heard it before. The Christmas Kids started in St. Lucie County way back in 1946 when there was only one radio station. It was WIRA. And it started as an appeal to help one little girl who was very ill at the holidays, and people donated toys. It expanded from there. There were service clubs, we interesting Kiwanis clubs, police departments that helped deliver toys at Christmas. And it grew to a partnership with Community Services of St. Lucie County, where they screen the children. It moved radio stations. Greg and I like to say we adopted the Christmas Kids in 1994. And yes, Pauline. Yes, she was president for about 20 years. And yes, and Pat. I met Pat on an emergency shopping trip one night. We went out and we needed more toys, and and just got it done. But certainly it's something that we have enjoyed tremendously, and certainly thank you for being involved. Your memories with the Christmas Kids. We used to come used to come to the stores, downtown. We used to have a center downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for a while.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. My memory is getting short, but I do remember the beginning of the Christmas Kids was WIRA, and then
it was.
And it's very fortunate that you and Greg picked up the ball and ran with it and kept it going over since 1992. Well, that's
a lot of years.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
It's been a lot of years.
So it's been and time has gone. Time gets away from you, but I'm sure some of the little kids that were part of our program back then they have their own families, and we may be helping their children or even their grandchildren again. So,
a couple of people who are fairly high in county government have told us they receive toys from the Christmas Kids, and they make sure that cooperation continues. And certainly we appreciate that,
right?
Because I think they realize, what.
And some of those kids that you helped back in the past are probably some of your best volunteers because they believe in the program as we believed in the program and made it stick. They're here to help you because they know what a great program it is, and it works every day, not just at Christmas time, for kids that need glasses or kids that need to go see a dentist or all the little things that we don't talk about very much but are very helpful, and that's what we're here for.
And certainly thank you so much for supporting the Christmas Kids again this year. And I think we need to hear again from Morningside. However, we will tell you, keep the Christmas Kids in your heart. We will see you tomorrow from Steve Hoskins Law Firm.